Distinguished partners, guests, good afternoon. Welcome all of you to the themed seminar organized by HKTE with the topic of unlocking the job market, navigating engineering careers in Hong Kong. We'd like to thank HKIE, Hong Kong Quality and Talent Migrants Association, and the China-Hong Kong Association of Architects and Engineers for their support. I'm Edwin, MC of today. I'm also from HKTE. Today's activities will also be live broadcast on WeChat and also in English in LinkedIn. We also welcome all of your questions at the end of the session. Hong Kong engineering industry is facing with many challenges as well as opportunities for development, especially in infrastructure, innovation, technology, and regional cooperation. Without further ado, we'd like to invite engineering Rupert Leung, Vice President of Hong Kong IE, to talk about the professional qualification and development opportunities of engineer industry in Hong Kong. Let's welcome him. Good afternoon. I'm from the Hong Kong Institution of Engineers. I'm the Vice President, and my name is Rupert Leung. I'm very happy to share with you about the qualifications of engineers and also development opportunities. My Putonghua is just so-so, so please bear with my Putonghua. So first, about the development opportunities. Hong Kong, as our government, has also released the 2030 plan for Hong Kong. There is a conceptual development framework, including the areas of CBD in Central and also the surrounding areas near the Victoria Harbour. There's also the second metropolis, that is the Northern Metropolis area, for further development. For the Northern Metropolis, it is divided into 4 areas, including Hongshui-Qiao, will be a high-end services and also logistics hub, and Xintian and Luo Ma Chou will be developed into innovation and technology zone. And it also includes the development of the optimization of transportation, including a loophole of MTR routes and also various infrastructure projects. The connection between Shenzhen will also be strengthened. There will be a further extension of railway and also other transportation infrastructure. So for this 2030 plan, apart from that, we can also refer to the policy address of 2024 given by the Hong Kong Chief Executive. You can see that in the land development, the building and construction, innovation technology, and various other industries, engineers are in dire needs. The government has also made a list of talents. And to cope with the plan, there were also various entry pass schemes to facilitate the talents and the quality talents to work in Hong Kong, including development and architecture construction, environmental technology, innovative technology, aviation and shipping, etc. Every industry needs a team of professional people to support its development, and Hong Kong Institution of Engineers is also one of the professional associations, and it's also the first for the engineers. Its purpose and mission and core value includes continue to develop high-quality engineering expertise, facilitate the exchanges and communication of the knowledge and ideas, and also uplift the status of engineers. We also will help the professionals to get continuous development and strengthen their professionalism, etc. Actually, the predecessor of our institution is listed below. We were founded in 1947, and then in 1975, we were established according to the Hong Kong Engineers Ordinance, and in 1982, we were accredited by the Hong Kong government as a qualification association for civil servants in terms of the professional engineer rank. And we also expanded internationally, including entering into various protocols and agreements, including international professional engineers in APAC and Washington, etc. Now, as of August, we have 32,000 in our membership. We have the senior members totaled over 1,400, and we also have the formal members and also student members. And we also newly added some senior members. They are not necessarily from the engineer profession, but they are very closely related to engineer industry. They are also invited to be part of us so that our industry will be further expanded and developed. Actually, we also attach high importance to global contact and connection. We also have the mutual recognition of the qualifications and professional qualifications, including with the UK, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. And also in mainland China, too, we have this mutual recognition of professional qualifications. And in mainland, there are various institutions like China Engineers Association and the various engineer association in Guangdong province. And in Hong Kong, Canada, and Australia, we also set up our branches so that we can maintain our international outreach so that we will catch up with the international trend. Therefore, becoming a member will have a lot of benefits, include firstly, the recognition internationally and locally, and then we can also connect various experts at home and abroad. We have set up a network, and we will also help the individuals to develop professionally. And we will also get some benefits like the hotel, transportation, catering, and food services. You can enjoy a discount in some agencies and organizations. And if a student also are interested in our institution, they can apply to be a student and graduate member. It's very easy to become a student member. First, they need to study in an undergraduate degree in engineering recognized by the Washington Accord, or diploma in engineering recognized by the Sydney Accord. If they study in Hong Kong, UK, and Canada, and they also studied the accredited programs in these three places, the application fee is free, and they are exempted from annual membership fee for 4 years. And they do not have to, actually, they only need to pay a very low amount, a small amount of membership fee to maintain the student membership after 4 years. So it's very easy to find whether you are qualified or not. You just go to this website to check. So to apply for the student membership, you can scan the QR code, then fill up some simple information, and then just submit online. It's very convenient. And for the junior membership requirements, it's generally the same, but you have to be a graduate from an accredited program to be qualified. And first, you have to apply application form to be submitted, and then the membership fee is also applied. And for the junior membership, you can also scan the QR code for the application. Okay, to become a junior member, well, after you become a junior member, we can participate in these graduate trainee program, or abbreviated as Project A. For this Project A, it is you have to be a junior member, or one must meet the academic requirements, or the company of the applicant shall also apply for registration too. And also for the registration qualification, as long as they meet up with these requirements, for example, of the academic requirement, then they can be qualified to apply for the Project A or Scheme A. And if it's not qualified, then the individual can also have major matching after the company's confirmation. They can also, after the matching, they can also apply. Of course, the ultimate goal is to become a full member. We have a various paths. The regular paths include through the engineer graduate training scheme, or the general experience approach, or the mutual recognition agreement. The third one is more common. And after the engineering graduate training of 2 to 3 years, then with relevant responsibility experience, then you can apply for professional review, and then you will become a full member. For the general experience approach, if the company cannot provide the training for Scheme A, then you need to have 5 years of work experience, and then with another year of responsible experience, then you will be qualified for the professional review. After the review is approved, then you can become a full member. The third one is the mutual recognition. For the mutual, it doesn't mean that there will be a direct recognition. It does not mean that any qualification will be mutually recognized. So we, HKIE, will also review these applications through various professional committees to verify whether these applicants are qualified professionally, and then if so, they will be accepted as a full member. If there is some doubt, then we may have set up an interview of the applicant for further verification. And then applicants need to submit the application form, as well as pay the membership fee and application fee, various fees. Sorry about it. So you can see what's the total number of the fees. So for the full member, the first year membership fee is relatively low, but then they still need to pay full membership fee after the second year. And you can also scan the QR code to download the application form for a full member. Finally, some support that we provide in 2023 and 2024, led by the Hong Kong Development Council. The many Hong Kong companies, enterprises also recruit in the campuses in mainland. We also worked with various government agencies, including the liaison office, and held mainland orientation ceremony for the engineer graduates from mainland universities. We also welcome the college graduates to connect with each other and welcome them to become our student member and participate in our activities and also events and seminars. We hope that the talents coming to work in Hong Kong will have professional qualifications and also our support of HKIE so that they will have a very smooth and bright career path in engineer industry. Thank you. Thank you, Rupert, for your wonderful sharing. Please get seated. Hong Kong construction industry is actively promoting productivity, quality, and sustainable development through advanced technology. Now we have Mr. Leung, Council Member of the Hong Kong Quality and Talent Migrants Association and Vice Chairman of Building Engineering Industry Committee, to share with us the development and opportunities in the field of digital technology for construction projects in Hong Kong. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you all for the online and offline audience. Now, I would like to share with you the development path of Hong Kong engineers. So I would like to share with you my thoughts. First, some self-introduction. Actually, I think this is quite suitable with the topic today. I'm from mainland. I'm also a professional engineer in mainland. I have 12 years of experience in construction industry. I focus on the application of BIM technology and the digital technology development and application. So I'm kind of, I have been to Hong Kong for 3 times. So I comment between Hong Kong and mainland. First, actually, before I came to Hong Kong for further study, I had work experience in mainland in central, in a state-owned enterprises in mainland in the construction industry, and then I also came to Hong Kong for full-time study in Hong Kong UST, and then after graduation, I worked in Shenzhen for 1 year, and then with IANG visa, I worked in Hong Kong, a leading construction engineering company called China Construction. So I started my full-time BIM work. During the pandemic, I participated in many pandemic projects in Hong Kong. In early 2022, I returned to Shenzhen to work. That is the investment holdings company. It is also a Fortune 500 company. It is also focused on the project developments and management. So then I participated in one of the key provincial projects in Xiangmihu in Shenzhen. And then in that project, I had some work experience in digital planning in the construction industry. And then because of the personal needs, I returned to Hong Kong for the 3rd time. And earlier this year, I got the permanent resident status in Hong Kong. So to share with you why I came to Hong Kong, I want to have international vision. I want to participate in innovative projects and enhance the professional capabilities and expand career path. So some overview of Hong Kong's construction industry, especially the construction tech industry. Actually, it is developing very gradually. Last year, the capacity of the market is 5 billion Hong Kong dollars with an annual growth of 15%. I believe with the government's Smart City Blueprint 2.0, it is expected to exceed 8 billion by 2025. And then The main participants in this area include the large developers, including MTR, Airport Authority, Henderson Land Development, and Sang Hong Kai Properties. And there were some consulting and engineering leaders like China State Construction Engineering Corporation, Gammon Ecom, etc. And there are also some for the technology application trends. We believe that BIM technology has been widely popularized with AI, IoT, and digital twin technology. It will penetrate into the building and the construction industries in a wider way. So some of the details of the BIM industry. Actually, there were some pilot projects in 2010, and then in 2018, the governments required that for projects larger than 30 million in contractual amount, BIM has to be included. And then every year there are some BIM verification and various work regarded BIM, and there were also some talent recognition scheme. Now, CISE is a very complete system. To engage in these work, you have to get the qualification like from HKIE. Then you will meet with the professional qualifications. In 2023, BIM is included statutorily in the project, and from 2024. It said that it has to become part of the contract, and some CDCP and other advanced practice will also be incorporated in the contract and project. So there are various challenges and opportunities. First is about cultural adaptation and challenges. I think that is the same for anyone who are new to Hong Kong. So for the language environment, it's a mix of Cantonese, English, and Mandarin. We should not disregard Cantonese. Actually, although I studied in Hong Kong before, I can only listen, I can understand, but I cannot speak. But then, actually, Cantonese is a must in the working environment. There are various Cantonese terminology. So you have to understand, on the construction site, nobody will adapt to you. You have to adapt to those Cantonese environment. And then for the decision-making process is more flat. Every participant is a professional, including everyone working on the construction site. So if you are working in this industry, you have to express your views more actively. And then the work pace is faster. Some would say that for mainland, working OT is common. But what I mean is work pace is very fast, is that there are very tight schedule in the contract. So there is a high demand for good time management. And then finally is the familiarity with some regulations, especially the difference of the Chinese national standards versus the ISO and British standards or the international ones. Next is the career development and opportunities. GPA development will bring about more opportunities for collaboration and for cross-border projects. In our industry, in CCBC and the CCBM, you can get to know the qualification certification requirements, and international vision and network development is another strength. And for pioneer advantage, there is the innovative technology application that needs that has the advantage. So for BIM, I can share with you through a case of the government. So there is a various coordination of the design for mechanical or interior design. There was some detail coordination that may need BIM. You can see from this animation. Actually, we will use animation to get to know whether it is feasible to install some facilities on site. So now we have these urban renovation projects. And in Hong Kong, we also have some these renovation projects of some historical buildings. The project may be an old one, and there is a lack of the layout paper. So we will use the laser scanning technology and point cloud to convert to scan-to-beam model. So through this way, we can do the design, and then we can reserve and conserve the building better. This is some sum up of our career path. More from a personal view. First, you need to have the basic skills. You need to have the CAD and the Revit skills and something that you learn in college, and also familiarity with the regulation and the laws. Next level is the soft skills, including English writing and Cantonese communication, cross-culture teamwork, and also cross-sectoral management and leadership. Next level is technical skills, including BIM application, some Python, C++, C++ programming, and the top one is some business acumen and innovative thinking, etc. For the industry future, I think AI would be a window of opportunity for us. Digital twin technology will also be applied to architectural operation and maintenance to optimize our living environment. Sustainable building is another opportunity, and also GBA, integrated development, will also bring about many more opportunities. For career planning, in the short term, you can obtain the professional qualifications and master digital technology skills to enhance your competitiveness for the midterm, leadership skills, teamwork skills, and for long term, explore more opportunities to connect the resources of mainland Hong Kong. Finally, to centering around this topic of this seminar, I would like to share with you several key ways to successfully find a job in Hong Kong. First is through referral of your own connections. You can get some internal information, whether there were some opportunities through your friends and friend circles. There are some details like a resume, like or the recommender or the referee. And then is your online image. Hong Kong has a very open job-seeking environment, so you can share your own career path through LinkedIn, and then some regular participation of industry events can also help. Finally, is some active search, including the government recruitment website if you're aiming at civil servant positions, and also JobsDB and the CT Good Jobs, or some targeted companies' website. Finally, Hong Kong is not only a window to the world, but also an ideal platform for mainland engineers to broaden their horizon and enhance their capabilities. We should be open-minded, seize the opportunities, and integrate into this vibrant city. Thank you. Thank you, Will, for your wonderful sharing. You can get seated. So now we have invited Mr. Jerry, Vice President of China-Hong Kong Association of Architects and Engineers, to share with us career path for structural engineers in Hong Kong. Welcome. Good afternoon. So, self-introduction. I'm from Yeyujian. I'm Jerry Ye. I'm from Fujian province. Actually, in college, I'm more my interest is in some battleship. Some ship companies that I never get on board any battleship, but now I boarded the Fujian battleship. I want to get something different and extraordinary. Actually, my academic results and work results are mediocre. But then with the upgrading of Navy industry in China, my alma mater is also unique. It is the only institute that gets the qualification. So I would say that myself is the witness of the aircraft carrier ship in China. So we have to think about our team instead of individuals. So I would like to invite you to participate in Hong Kong, to be part of Hong Kong. Hong Kong is still the pearl of the Orient. Coming to Hong Kong, we can build up our new building in Hong Kong. Today, as a new Hong Kong person, we hope that Hong Kong will be proud of us in the future. HKTE and also the Hong Kong Quality and Talent Migrants Association work very hard to organize various seminars and activities for us. We need to seize the opportunity and really try to win, to succeed. I'm very honored to be invited to give a sharing. I'm also one of the member who came to Hong Kong to study and then settled in Hong Kong. I came to Hong Kong in 2008. I think nobody would repeat my own path, but my path, every bit of it, actually may be repeated by some other people too, for some part of it. So I hope that my sharing will be a little bit inspiring to you. For my personal development, so I developed from a university with over 10 million graduates. I searched for a job. So for my major, we can go to the design institute or to some construction company, but the requirements is a master degree. I tried to get a master examination, but I failed. So I worked in Shanghai for 3 years, and in a construction company in Shanghai, I worked as a technician, and then I was promoted to project engineer. But I still wanted to be a structural engineer. So in the third year, in 2008, I applied for a master program in Hong Kong Polytechnic University. So there is the taught degree program and also the research program. And the taught program is open to mainland, so I became the first generation of Gangpiao at that time. And then there was a huge event that year, that is the financial crisis. Upon my graduation, the industry is in a very dire situation, but Hong Kong government is very resolute, and in 2010 there is a 10 infrastructure development plan. And many of my peers returned to mainland, but we were lucky that in engineering industry there are various opportunities. You can see that they only recruit a financial planner and similar positions. Actually, they are related to the. Actually, they have little to do with my own profession and major. I do not want to waste my major, my own discipline, so I still insisted on looking for the industry that I'm familiar with. I'm very lucky to join Hong Kong Henderson Land Development. They develop the residential projects in mainland at that time. So with the with the Shanghai working experience background, I got into Henderson. After 4 years of work there, actually their projects in mainland was not very smooth. So my department was shrinking. And then after 4 years working in Henderson in 2014, I left Henderson and then joined a consultancy company to really become a structural engineer. This company is not famous. It's called Ao Yuguan. But it is the top 10 in globally. The headquarters is in Australia. And in this company, I stayed for 2 years. They had the structural engineering department, but they have their own priorities in civil engineering. So there were very few drops related to structural engineering. When I joined this company, the structural engineering department is also undergoing a restructuring process. So I only did a few projects in the 2 years' time, but I was lucky to participate in one of my landmark projects for my life. That is the Zhonghuan Wanzhai roundabout project. It is a highlight project in Hong Kong headlines because it has undergone 20 to 30 years. But just because of the extension of time, I had the opportunity to join this project. I actually was responsible for the cap for the exit of that channel. So it looks like the head of a snake. That is the project I'm proud of, because that is the one project that I'm responsible of. I think that is the meaning and the purpose of my work. So because Ao Yuguan could not get more projects, so in my some free time, I also took some other jobs with my friends. And then this company did not have enough projects, so I quit. And then I started up with my friends our own company, and we looked for some engineering projects. But as a very ordinary person without a very outstanding academic achievements or work experience, it is very difficult and quite a challenging task for me to start up. So we try to do some projects that our capability is up to. If not, then I would team up with some other professionals. So I combine finance, engineer, technician, and administration. So I'm the one-man band. One-man band is very catchy now. So with one person, you can do anything. But at that time, it was actually something that I was forced to do. And there were ups and downs in my career at that time. And with some surplus time, I also did some other things like interior design, catering, etc. And then there is an opportunity. I finally was able to participate in a large-scale infrastructure project in Hong Kong. That is the third runway project of the airport. Actually, there was a very huge challenge. First, I do not have enough assessment of this project. I think for these projects, it will never appear again in the near decades. I did not have a team at that time, and for this project, I started a team. And then also thanks to the recession of the mainland industry at that time, I was able to have some top talents with relatively low labor cost. So we started from 2 to 3, and then over a dozen, and even the outsourced team. Over 100 of them participated in this project. So we did this project without any cost in consideration of the cost. So we got the recognition of AA, the airport authority. But at that, in the end, AA still recognized us. That is my biggest achievement. Why I say that there is a business difficulty? Because I invested too many labor and time in this project, and many of the scope, many of the work is out of the scope of the contract. Our landlord also coordinated with the AA without consideration of costs. But so now we have invested a lot of money. So that is another thing we need to consider. This is some risk. Of course, the Hong Kong government has done something good. This year, there was some policy to guarantee the small-scale consultancy company can receive the money, the payment, during the execution of the contract. But my case happens before the policy, so we are not protected. I hope that there will be some good results anyway. So after all these years, there are various classification characteristics of engineering projects in Hong Kong. I hope to share with you some of the key characteristics. I cannot be very comprehensive, so I would just cover briefly. So in the future, if you came across similar problems, you would know how to find the answers. So by project nature, there was civil engineer, infrastructure construction, including roads, bridges, tunnels, etc. Actually, their capacity is over 100 billion in terms of scale. But now, for the residential construction, the capacity is smaller. And if we divide by engineering grade, there are RGBC. They are for the new constructions. There is the categorization is different from the mainland, which is class 1 to 3. And there were also some specialist contractor. And by the engineering major, there were also various different categorization. There were basic land and also ventilation, etc. There were some small-scale projects. The housing department of Hong Kong would also group some small-scale renovation projects under this category. There are also grade 1 to 3 projects, including such as opening holes in floor slabs, adding small water tanks, etc. Some are also called exempted projects, which means that for the former 3 types, it needs vetting and approval from the Hong Kong government. But for exempted projects, they do not need the verification. It means that projects that are exempted from approval, such as interior decoration projects, so these are exempted projects. the third category is categorism by engineering major. They have to be CIC registered. There are 21 types. For government projects, they need the contractor to hire some registered subcontractors. We can also categorize by the nature of the client. There are government projects and private projects. For government, there are also a wide range from Development Bureau, Highway Bureau, the water supply, the drainage service department, etc. There are also some great, like the housing department, Housing Bureau of Hong Kong, Airport Authority, MTR, and the West Kowloon Authority. They're responsible for some areas, and also the Northern Metropolis Coordination Office. They are all for the construction projects. Apart from government projects, there were also some private developers like Henderson, and there were also some property management companies. They are responsible for some private estates. Apart from these RGBC, if you want to do some government aid projects, you need to also be a registered public engineer contractor. There are several classes, class 1, 2, 3, or class A, B, C. So there are also some building regulations and specifications. There are building ordinance, and these ordinance stipulates all the things from planning, design to construction. All the problems and the issues related is covered in this ordinance. And then the housing department had a series of documents and practice manuals, guidelines, etc. From design to sketching, for operating, etc. They all have the manuals and guidelines. They are open for free. You do not have to buy them. And for the types of engineers in Hong Kong, there are mainly 4 types. There are also others. First is a consulting company doing the planning, designing, project management, and on-site coordination. There are also contractors, including construction management, technology design. So there are also some design, especially some makeshift structure, and also deepening design. The third type is government departments, including planning, designing, approval, and supervision of the projects. They may outsource to a consulting company, for example, the on-site RSS or verification. And developers is the fourth type. They have the project management, engineering, supervision, and design. For contractors, there are more work opportunities. Consulting company is also downsizing or have frozen their headcount. Government departments the same. They are also shrinking their expenditure. So it's quite difficult to get into the government. Developers will be more conservative. They would not easily develop new buildings or projects, but there are some new opportunities. For example, government this year had a new policy that is they will use some idle buildings, factories to renovate to dormitories. I think that is the new opportunity. So the dormitory is provided to the students or some newcomers. They have a huge demand, so you can also pay attention to this area. Next is the qualification of engineers. They also need something professional to endorse their professional capability. First is Hong Kong Institution of Engineers. That is a threshold. If you have passed the threshold, the future will be bright. And there were 21 professions or majors, including civil engineer, geotechnical, etc. And after you become the full member, you have to be a full member of HKIE. And then 1 year after that, you can be registered as a RPE. The second one is the technical qualified person, that is TCP. It is related to the Hong Kong project supervision. There is no third-party supervisor as mainland has in Hong Kong, so they need the professionals to do the similar job. They have T1 to T5 levels. And for these T1 to T5 registration, they will be matched to the projects according to their experience and qualifications. Some are provided by the government, by the contractors, others by the consultancy agencies. The supervisory work will also be organized by the housing department sometimes. They are responsible for the designing and also the APE. There are also various qualification registered professionals like RGE, RSE, AP. The major person is the AP, that is the authorized person. For the new construction projects, you need to have the signature of the AP to be sent to the housing department for approval. So for construction, they have to be recognized by the registered professionals. You may be very interested in the income level of engineers in Hong Kong. This is an overview of 2023 for construction industry. The median income is 22,000, and in 2024, the income is raised to 29,000. So for our engineering industry, although it is not a so high income industry like a lawyer and a doctor, we are still better off than many other industries. It can guarantee your work and in Hong Kong. More than enough. And for the income level of engineers with a different experience level, so for the fresh graduates from a local university, the income would be around 25K, depending on from 18,000 to 25,000. The highest would be government, the lowest would be developer. And with HKIE membership, the income will be raised by 10,000 at least. And then with the further work experience accumulated, you can also do more management work. And then your income may be raised to 80,000. You have to be AP or RCE qualified. And then with that, actually, you do not have to work for somebody else. You can work on your own or open your own business. So the starting point is from HKIE. And then if you want to go to the government, the you can see that their starting salary point is very high, that over 74,000. If you want to enter into government department, first you have to get the HKIE membership, full membership. So some opportunities for development in Hong Kong engineers, new construction and maintenance and renovation is one aspect. And traditional business and innovative technology, these are the only two that I think still have a high scale of development. Over 100 billion of capacity, and there will be many positions, and meaning more stable. So the government, with a stringent fiscal spending policy, they will also spend the money where it is most needed, including the northern metropolis area, etc. And why I mention maintenance and renovation. Now Hong Kong is faced with the problem that there were very few new buildings or new construction. The aging of the buildings are very serious in Hong Kong. Those buildings with the 50 years of history is numbered at over 10,000. So the buildings are aging and it's growing rapidly. And for urban renovation, that would be the priority for Hong Kong. How can we maintain and extend the life cycle of the existing buildings will be the what we are faced with. And then we have to think about the business. For the construction industry, it is a very old industry, very traditional. Maybe a few decades later, we will still have to use the cement and steel for construction. So if we still maintain the existing practice, we will face a lot of more competition. We have to use the low-cost labor to do the repeated work. So we have to consider whether we have enough labor. So innovative technology is a good opportunity for us. We can use some cross-disciplinary technology to alleviate our dependence on labor and improve the work safety and efficiency. That is also an area that the government encourages. A lot of fund has been provided in the innovative technology field. For our personal positioning in the engineering market, every area is in high demand, including skilled talents, like the blue collar. For example, the plumber or electrical worker in the T3 projects. I also heard from the contractor that we have an expert in the deepening of planning. Maybe, we need more worker on the site. So I think that is also a need. We face it realistically. Management talents and sales talent is also needed. They have strong social skills and can understand the needs of the clients. For innovative talents, like William, with broad knowledge, with innovative mindset, and can also take reference from AI and other technology to apply into our industry. That is a technology-driven engineering service. So this is another thing we can consider. Which path you would like to pursue in the future? So with that, we also have to consider which model we will choose. First is working for somebody else or working for your own. Working for somebody else is more stable. You only need to be focused on your own tasks, your duties and responsibilities. The pressure will be relatively small or medium, depending on your workload. The time is more fixed. You have working hours and also the annual leave, and you can also spend the annual leave with your family. So it is also the income will be more stable. For if you start your own business, it is a very high challenge for your personal capability. You have to be versatile. You also need to find out something that something weak, and get others to fill up the weakness. Like actually you cannot make up your shortage. You have to find somebody else to fill up that shortage. So you need to have a team. When I worked in Henderson, I have a supervisor who told me that if you want to start your own business, then do not do something that you are not familiar with. At that time, I was half suspicious, actually. I thought that I could try. So actually I did. And then I found there were the pitfalls. And then I just find somebody that are familiar with the work to fill up the holes. And then if you have your own business, the working hours are more flexible, and there are some difficulties. There are some difficulties, and then in that situation, you need to be flexible and change the direction in time. And I think for both, choosing a direction, career path, and managing the interpersonal relationships are both very important. You can get to know for any type of work, you need to extend your own personal network. For the technological innovation, there are various directions that are worth our consideration. First is sustainable architecture, like how to reduce the carbon emission, the net zero technology. This is what the engineers should know. With that knowledge, there will be more opportunities. Next is building automation that is also encouraged by the Hong Kong government, like the construction robots, and also the modular buildings and digital twin, use the BIM technology to do some virtual reality merging, and also the cross border or cross-disciplinary integration. For Hong Kong engineering industry, it is also facing with the new change oriented to innovative technology. So Hong Kong government is providing a lot of support, like a CITF and the partnership scheme for grant and funding. These are the cash assistance provided by the Hong Kong government. So we have to catch up with the time, follow the government policies to plan. Thank you. That's all of my share. Thank you, Jerry, for your very detailed sharing. We hope that you have a deeper understanding about Hong Kong engineer industry. Now it's the Q&A session. If anyone in the room want to ask questions, please raise your hands. We will give you the microphone. Those online, you're welcome to leave your questions in the Q&A box. We are very honored to have invited Mr. King Ran, Executive Vice Chairman of Hong Kong Quality and Talent Migrants Association, to be the moderator of the Q&A session. So we would welcome King, Rupert, Will, and Jerry to get on the stage again. Over to you, King. I'm very happy to moderate a seminar in the engineering industry. First, some introduction. My name is King Ran. I'm the Executive Vice Chairman of Hong Kong Quality and Talent Migrants Association. I'm also a registered architect in Hong Kong. After we got the task from HKTE talking about the construction industry in Hong Kong, actually, construction industry and the engineering industry covers a lot of different disciplines, different professions. The speakers we invited through very careful consideration by us. We hope that their sharing are very useful to you. Just now, Engineer Leung have introduced the requirements for HKIE membership application and what are the different routes to become professional engineers in Hong Kong. So we have a very general and a framework understanding. And then Will also introduced the latest digital technology in construction and also some tips for the newcomers in Hong Kong. The third speaker, who had a carrier flagship, the carrier battleship dream, Jerry, shared his own experience. Their sharing is very inspiring and useful. We have many friends come to the seminar today. I think you are all in this industry. So we'll open to the floor to see whether you have any questions. Maybe you need to think about it. First, I would like to ask some questions, and also questions we collect from online. To Rupert first. In the talent list, in the development and construction, there are various disciplines. There are various priorities. How can the mainland engineers get prepared? In the talent list, actually, structural engineer, civil engineer, and structural engineer, and the BIM, technology, and a sustainable building and design is a priority. I also mentioned the Northern Metropolis development. So there will be quite a lot of demands. How to get prepared? 3 aspects. First, qualification is the first. I mentioned you can become an HKIE full member, and also BIM. In BIM, there are also various qualifications like a CCBM and CCBC, etc. These are some special skills compared with the common engineers. Well, you may be more familiar with BIM or green building. And you also can prepare with some legal and regulatory information. I think Jerry is more familiar. To work here in Hong Kong, you have to know more about the regulations in Hong Kong. Thank you. Thank you, President Leung. Well, for the Northern Metropolis area development and also the smart city development, we can have a lot more opportunities and also apply for HKIE full member, familiar with the Hong Kong laws and regulations in the industry is also helpful. Next, I want to ask Will. Now, government projects require the inclusion of BIM. So in terms of cost control, are there any results? Because it has been there for some time. So Hong Kong governments, many professionals are working in some professional positions. When they are promoting BIM, actually we are also seeing many examples. On some points, there was some deepening of this application. For example, design coordination and the reduction of the repeated work of designing. Many more people are willing to use this technology. That is a reflection of how technology can help us improve efficiency. The application of other technology, it also converts from our own needs to the government guidance, like the application of some tools and a new technology. They all become some options of the government contracts and projects. Thank you, Will. We believe that BIM technology will help the environmental issues and also the ESG promotion. We also think that it is quite promising. Some online questions. I want to ask Jerry. You also have your startup experience and have hiring experience. So if I'm engineer from mainland, shall I start as an assistant? How can I develop in Hong Kong, career-wise? Actually, in the recent 2 years, I also hired in mainland some experienced engineers. If I think that they are capable, I would apply for work visa in Hong Kong so that they can work in Hong Kong. How can I choose my team members? So if they have to come over to Hong Kong with the lack of work experience in Hong Kong, they have to regard themselves as a blank piece of paper with qualifications in mainland. They may feel that they have a start point already, but you do not have the local experience in Hong Kong, and we may need someone more junior to help you. So it may not be quite efficient for me. So some of my friends, some are contractors, they also reflected the same problem. So I think if you want to come to Hong Kong, then you have to regard yourself as a freshman. Some work are common, of course. Some construction work is the same, and the equipment is operated the same. So you also have to understand the Cantonese, right? And for this process, I think it needs some time for the transition. It's different for every individual. If you are a quick learner and in 3 months or 6 months you can understand very well, and some people may spend 1 year or 2 to get adapted. But anyway, you have to be humble and to work down to earth to learn. And after 1 or 2 years of work in Hong Kong, then you can require higher rank, higher position, and a higher salary. That was no problem if it's recognized. Thank you, Jerry. I believe, well, maybe you can talk to Jerry if you want to see if Jerry has a new opening. Another thing I want to add up. So as an engineer, qualification is very important. For a civil engineer, first, what you need to get in terms of the qualification, first is HKIE. Rupert also mentioned that for the application of HKIE, there is a threshold. First is your undergraduate university. If you graduate from Tsinghua or Peking University, which is included in the Washington Accord, then naturally you will be recognized. Apart from that, we have the engineering education platform. If your college is not from that platform, then you need to get an assessment and evaluation. And after it's approved, then it is qualified. And then apart from that, you need to do something else. For example, the qualified technicians from T1 to T5, you can at least pass a T1, T2, and or T3. This is needed by the contractors and the developers. So if you are new to Hong Kong, you can get all these qualifications. You will have more job opportunities. Actually, for T1 to T5, it's similar to the supervisor of construction in mainland. There's an online question to Will. I'm a top talent pass holder. I'm also senior in the engineering engineer. I have a PMP and the class 1 contractor qualification, but these qualifications are not mutually recognized. So I faced with some difficulty in finding job in Hong Kong. I think this is similar of what we have encountered just now. I would also add up. Actually, I worked in mainland for many years and before I came to Hong Kong. So I may be a senior engineer or the project manager even. Anyway, welcome anyone with any levels of experience in Hong Kong. After you come to Hong Kong, your experience and ability need to have a process to be discovered and recognized in Hong Kong. So that needs some time. After you make up the decision, you can come to Hong Kong. I think with that, with your accumulated work experience, then other people can recognize that in a very short time. So I started as a BIM modular constructor. You have to be confident, believing that the module that you constructed will be accepted and be applicable, and then they will find your capability, and then you can convert that value. I think this is a faster path for you to find your real value in Hong Kong. Thank you. My own personal experience as an ADAP, as an architect and engineer, I came to Hong Kong in 2011. Before, I worked in design institution doing the sketching, and then I did some project management. When I first came to Hong Kong, I have to lower myself. I have to start from the scratch. So I also started as a sketcher. because for there was only one thing in common is the designing process, but there were also different standards and different systems on the two sides. The approval system and process is also very different. So I started low in Hong Kong, and then gradually I also came across the processes, get familiar with the processes, and also the working habits. So, and also let your team and your company notice you and recognize you with your capability. Okay, Rupert. If I have a mainland qualification for engineer, firefighting engineer, and also some senior qualification in mainland, I'm also the project manager in mainland. So is it a fast track for getting the HKIE membership, full membership? We covered that actually. To become a member of HKIE, first you have to see whether you can get recognized through the Washington Accord. There may be some individual vetting process to see whether you are qualified. If you have enough experience, and also with the membership, and with a very short time of working in Hong Kong, you can apply to become the full member of HKIE. I think that is the fastest way. Just now I mentioned the mutual recognition between mainland is only with some association in Guangdong and also the China Engineers Association. You can be the members of these associations. So the fast way is that you come to Hong Kong, then you get familiar with the Hong Kong working environment, and then apply to be the full member of our HKIE member. We welcome you. Thank you, Rupert, for your further clarification. I think in GBA, HKIE is also discussing the mutual recognition arrangements. You can pay attention to those new lists. Of course, mutual recognition also need the assessment and evaluation. So for each discipline, there is also various requirements. You can also pay attention to the website information. Next question is to Will. I'm also a BAM professional. To be a BAM professional in Hong Kong, what are the skills required? And also, what are the qualification requirements? Indeed, in mainland, there are many professionals in BIM, modeling, and technology. To work in BIM profession in Hong Kong, actually, we have a team. We hope that the professional has to be on the site. First, you have to integrate yourself into the society, including language, communication with the on-site engineers, and also with your team. Every week, we will have to communicate or have some meetings with our landlords and clients. So these language skills is a must. Second, on the official website, actually, we can see how CIC is conducted. First is the CCBC. It's called a coordinator. You need to have a 6-month project experience in Hong Kong. Then with your capability, you can enter into the examination. For manager, you need to have 2 years of work experience. In mainland, you can still participate in some Hong Kong project. Is also recognized. So there are various opportunities. Actually, there are many questions from online. Actually, another question is for Rupert. I am preparing for the UK certified engineers. Is it recognized by HKIE? Is it UK? UK chartered engineer. Many UK engineer association have the mutual recognition agreements with Hong Kong. Of course, you still need to submit application form and the relative documents to approve your experience and qualification through the vetting process. So from your submitted documents, we can see that your qualification is passed, and then you can get HKIE full membership. And maybe the applicants need to go through the examination and interview to be qualified as our member. And also it depends on the different professions and different disciplines. For different categories, we have different committees for the review of the application. We have the procedures to follow. So it's simple to apply directly. If I'm from the safety supervision, is there some qualification in HKIE? We do not have these vocational safety categories. Sorry about it. Yes, I think there should be some qualification like a CIC, right? Yes, there is the safety director. It's not included in HKIE. No. Yeah. So I hope it answers your question. Next questions to Jerry. You have worked in mainland and Hong Kong as a structural engineer. Can you tell us the major differences? First, in terms of regulation, Hong Kong has its own design protocols. Actually, it stems from the British standards. Many of the principles is from the UK, the British standards. And over the years, it has some localized regulations like cement structure, steel structure, and other associated practices, codes of practices. These are a must for us to understand and to know. It is very different. First is the anti-earthquake standards. Mainland would have different grades for different places in China, but for Hong Kong, we do not have to consider that. It's very happy for engineers. But even if we do not have to consider earthquake factor, we still have to see. So Shenzhen and Hong Kong so near, but Hong Kong do not have to care about that. But Hong Kong has a very strict requirements for wind load. So for the speed over 100 meter per second, then there is the related requirements. So that will also bring about differences of the construction expenditure and cost. So there's one point. The mainland structural engineer may not be get familiar or there is no software like in mainland with one button click. It's very easy to do, but Hong Kong is different. In Hong Kong, we have to calculate manually from modeling. In modeling, you can only do the structural analysis. For the detailed design and the calculation, you have to calculate manually and set up the Excel. Now there are some automation tool to improve the efficiency. They are divided by stages. So that is the biggest difference to do structural engineering in Hong Kong and mainland. But Hong Kong's way actually is a test, a very strict test for the basic skills of the professional. It tests you from the basic skills. It does not have the powerful software assistance. For every step, you have to be thorough clear about the functionality of the structure to complete the work. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ye, for your detailed and professional explanation. You can only answer that with both sides of work experience. We believe that it will be very helpful to the engineers who want to work in Hong Kong. So, friends in the room, any questions? If not, final question to Will. I want to look for a job in Hong Kong. I'm in the design profession. Any way to refine my resume? If I want to switch to project management, how can I start? I used to do some management work in design in Shenzhen. I think actually in Hong Kong construction industry, there is a close relationship with design and construction. Many contractors say that they are from the consultancy companies. So it's very common because you know the design and then you do the construction. It is a trend in Hong Kong. This is very common in Hong Kong. So you can help with the very detailed work experience in design and construction. That is an advantage. Okay, thank you, Will. Because of the time, that's all of the Q&A session. So from the talent policy to technology to the planning, we have got a comprehensive picture of the challenges and opportunities of engineering industry. We'd like to thank Mr. Rupert, Will, and Jerry for their wonderful and helpful sharing. We also would like to thank audiences from online and offline for your participation. We hope that this sharing will be helpful to your career. Finally, wish you seize the opportunity in Hong Kong, very smooth career development in Hong Kong. And back to Edwin. Thank you so much for your sharing. The seminar is concluded. We would like to thank HKIE, Hong Kong Quality Talent Migrants Association, and the China Hong Kong Association of Architects and Engineers for their support. Now is our networking time. Until 5 o'clock. We are welcome to stay behind to communicate with the speakers. Please also return the questionnaires to our staff so that we will design better activities for you in the future. Thank you. Bye.